What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with some more new look rebuilds. We are chugging along for all 32 teams, as today is now the Las Vegas Raiders' turn today. Before we get into today's video, though, guys, if you could drop it a like, of course, subscribe if you're new around here, that'd be greatly appreciated. The support on the series has been awesome, so thank you guys so much for that. But the Las Vegas Raiders are one of those teams that had such a good offseason, as we know, so that means we need to see results on the field this year. So there's definitely going to be some pressure behind this rebuild today. So obviously they went out and got Davante Adams. They got Tay from the Green Bay Packers. They traded Bryan Edwards recently as well. You have third and Renfro, Darren Waller, who was part of some trade rumors, but that got shut down. And then Derek Carr, of course, is your quarterback of the future here. So we're going to do our best to win a championship with Derek Carr as the quarterback. I will not be moving on from him. He will be the quarterback. So also Josh Jacobs. Defensively, you have Max Crosby. You got Chandler Jones. You traded Yannick Ngakoue in with Chandler Jones, and you have Trayvon Mullen, Anthony Avery, Rocky Sin, who they got in that Yannick Ngakoue trade. So things are looking pretty good. Now, one thing I am going to do, I am going to start Trayvon Moehrig, though, over Thron Harmon. And then obviously you have Jayon Brown, Denzel Perryman, and Fackrell. So we definitely need to upgrade the linebacker core, but for now, we're just going to go ahead and simulate this year. We're going to see what Chandler Jones and Max Crosby can do as a duo, because that's definitely a nice pass rushing duo, of course. And of course, we're going to see how Derek Carr and Davante Adams do in year number one. And one thing we definitely need to improve on is this offensive line, because man, oh man, is it not good at all. So hopefully that doesn't hold us back this year, but we are going to simulate. We're going to see what happens, and we're going to see if the Raiders can make the playoffs in this first year. So at the end of the season, Madden wasn't very high on us. We went 6-11, not good at all. I expect the Raiders to be much better than that, of course, but unfortunately for us, yeah, 6-11 is what we decided to finish off as. Our division, of course, the AFC West, is going to be a battle. Every other team in the division was better than us, so we got some work to do, it looks like. So let's take a look at the stats for year number one. Offense was 15th in the NFL, okay. And defense, if we take a real quick look, it was 16th. So both sides of the ball were middle of the pack. So I think it's just a matter of upgrading some positions, and I think we'll be fine. So Derek Carr, 26-11. Yeah, Josh Jacobs with 1,500 yards and 50 touchdowns. Davante Adams only 900 yards. So I definitely love the ball to be thrown a little bit more there for sure. Third and Renfro, and then 800 yards. So everybody got like 800 yards collectively. And defensively, if we take a real quick look, Chandler Jones was 17.5 sacks. Mason Crosby had 9.5, 2.5 from Bilal Nichols, 2 from Denzel Perryman, half, and half. And then if you look at the interception chart, he had 4 from Trayvon Mullen, so that's cool to see. 3 from Jayon Brown, 2 from Perryman, and then 2 from Jonathan Abrams. So yeah, we definitely got some work to do, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get into this offseason and get to work, shall we? So one thing we definitely need to improve on is this offensive line. It was definitely probably very tragic. I assume Derek Carr probably got sacked a lot. But there's some other things we could definitely work on as well. So let's get into the re-signing stage. It looks like we're going to have quite a bit of money, as I think I just saw the Falcons went and won the Super Bowl, which makes no sense, but you know what? Whenever I do a Falcons rebuild, I better make the playoffs first year and win a damn Super Bowl year number one with the Falcons. I don't know why that would happen, but it better happen. So let's look at who are all free agents for us. We have Jayon Brown, Thron Harmon went down overall, Demarcus Robinson, Darius Phillips, Jonathan Hankins. So honestly, it's not too bad. I think we for sure need to bring back we definitely need to bring back Jayon Brown. I just kind of like Jayon Brown. He's solid. He's only 27. So I'm going to keep Jayon Brown as a linebacker, because this linebacker free agency is not good at all. Harmon, I'm cool on. Robinson, like I said, they traded Bryan Edwards away, so I assume DeMarcus Robinson is the guy they're looking towards to being that third wide receiver for them, so I definitely want him back. Darius Phillips, not too bad. He'll be kind of cheap, so there's just kind of a depth signing there, so I'll sign Darius Phillips back. And then I think that's going to be it for me. I'm going to let everybody else go. So let's go into free agency. And I know this free agency class isn't great, so the draft is probably what we're going to have to heavily rely on. So if we take a real quick look at the roster. So offense has gone up to an 87. So things are looking good. Again, offensive line needs huge improvement. Derek Carr, I mean, I like my weapons. I like where everything is going. I mean, you know, Adams, Renfro, Waller, Josh Jacobs, Kenyon Drake, even Zamir White, the guy of the drafts. I like everything we have going on the offense, besides obviously the offensive line. If you take a look at the defense, Denzel Perryman, Jayon Brown, Cleveland Farrell, Trayvon Moehrig going up to superstar dev, and so did Trayvon Mullen, and Crosby did. So that's actually a really nice sign. And then we could use another defensive tackle. Jonathan Abrams is fine. I mean, if we find a replacement for him, I wouldn't be too upset, but he is fine for now. So I definitely think we could use the linebacker, and we definitely could use another nose tackle. But my secondary, not too bad. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. So let's go to free agency and see if we could accomplish everything we need to accomplish. Probably not in this free agency class, but we'll get it figured out eventually. So Tom Brady, I obviously don't want. Akeem Hicks would be solid for a year. And then we could also draft a nose tackle. Maybe we could do that. James Bradbury actually signed with the Eagles today. So shout out to the Eagles for getting another good player. Eagles have had a great offseason. Ronnie Harrison, he kind of does the same thing as Jonathan Abrams. So there's no need to sign him. Dante Hightower, I mean, used to play for New England. And of course, Josh McDaniels is the offensive coordinator there forever. So Dante Hightower wouldn't be a terrible acquisition. But at the same time, I don't think he really helps us all that much. I mean, if I look at it, I don't even know how good. Yeah, his coverage is okay. It's not great. So I feel like we're better off just drafting a linebacker probably. And then Brandon Williams. So, I mean, obviously, we're going to look at the defensive tackles because that's one thing we definitely needed. So you have Linval Joseph, Brandon Williams, Malik McDowell, who's superstar dev. Sign me up for that. Give me Malik McDowell, superstar development, nose tackle, 1000%. Put him on the defensive line. Yes, please. Thank you so much for that. So hopefully, I'm going to increase his offer even more just to be safe because, I mean, superstar development nose tackles aren't out here forever. So I'm going to love that addition for this team. Okay. And then the other thing was linebackers, which I don't think we're going to find that, like I said, here in free agency, unfortunately. I mean, there's some solid guys. Bernard McKinney, sure. Malik Reed, Quan Alexander, but I don't know. Those guys are kind of up there in age. So I'd rather just, McCourty's also here, but obviously I don't want him. And then offensive line, I don't think there's really anybody worth spending money on. You got Tyrell Crosby, Roger Saffold. He'd be fine for a year, I guess. Matt, you got Trey Hopkins, and you got, yeah, so literally there's nobody. So we're going to be definitely investing heavy in the offensive line in the draft probably. And I think that's going to be my only signing really because I don't really like anybody else. So probably offensive line and probably linebacker core is where we're going to have to focus on when we get into the draft. So let's see if we do get the nose tackle though, who's superstar dev. Would love nothing more than to get him here and put him on this team, and he is here. So get another superstar development player on that defense. That just looks fantastic. And now we can head into the draft, like I said. Looking at the linebackers, look at the offensive line. If one thing we could maybe rely on, Parham is young at 23, and Alex Leatherwood's somewhat young as well at 23. So maybe we just kind of focus on your center and your tackle. I think Andre James is kind of young too. So it's a young offensive line, but if we're looking for production right now, we probably should invest in the draft. But yeah, I love this defensive line now. The defensive line is really good. So let's head into the draft. Let's get even better. So it looks like with the 9th overall pick in this draft, which is actually really nice because we're going to be able to get somebody very good for this team going forward. So we take a real quick look at our options here. At number 9, you have Turner, which we definitely could use a tackle for the future. So Paris Johnson, those guys are making a lot of sense. And then you got Harrison Bailey, Smalls, Driven Dexter, Tate, you got Desmond Evans. But honestly, man, I'm looking at this and I think I want to go O-lineman to start things off. And I'm looking at Paris Johnson at Ohio State, putting him on the other side of Colton Miller. Sign me up for that. So I'm taking Paris Johnson, getting myself another tackle to protect Derek Carr. So that's going to be my first round pick. Welcome to the Raiders. And then at round 2, pick number 9, I might go linebacker here, or I might go O-lineman again. Probably go linebacker, to be honest with you, though. So you have Jalen Rivers, you have Pierce Quick, you have Tate. So a lot of good options O-lineman wise. You also have Noah Sewell, which I do like him a lot. Miles Murphy. And Noah Sewell is actually like star development coming out. So also get another good corner here, but we really don't need another corner. I like my corners as is. So I'm going to take the linebacker because we need a coverage linebacker, another one. So I'm going to take Noah Sewell here. And then in round 3, I'm taking another O-lineman. And I think I'll be happy with that. So we get ourselves another linebacker. Definitely needed that for sure. Now round 3, pick number 9. I think we go O-lineman here and we never look back. So let's see. You got Chris Bogle, Desmond, Jaquarius Conley, Jack Nelson. I prefer to get a guard here, to be honest with you. But, I mean, Torrance I know is pretty good to come out of this draft. I might be able to get him in round 4 if I gamble. So I look at Jack Nelson. He's got B impact block, C pass block, C run block, A run block finesse. He doesn't look the greatest, so I'm not going to take the risk. I know I get Torrance at start development like immediately. So I'm going to go ahead and take the other O-lineman here. Osiris Torrance out of Boston College. Yeah, he looks so much better. So I'm taking him for sure with my 3rd round pick. And then we're going to go to round 4. And we're going to see if we can get like another steal on the offensive line. Again, like I said, we're heavily investing in the O-linemen, so we don't have to worry about it in free agency next year. So round 4 at pick number 9, you have Milton Wright, Woody Washington, Will McDonald, Devin Richardson, Reggie Grimes. Not really sure if there's anybody. Vontae Bentley, Dante Lucas we could take a look at, or even Andrew. I mean, maybe one of these guys are like just kind of a hidden stud and you don't even know. A awareness, A pass. You know what? We'll take a risk, and he's normal dev, but that's all right. Feel like we came out of the draft pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about what we got. We got a linebacker, and we also got some offensive linemen, which was definitely what we needed. So I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. So we take a real quick look at the offense. Now they have Paris Johnson on the opposite side of Colton Miller. You have Torrance, who's in the depth chart. So Leatherwood starting over him, and Parham is as well. I kind of want to put Torrance over Parham in a way, or I would even put him over Alex Leatherwood, and honestly doesn't matter. So I'm going to do it because he is going to get star development potentially. And then you got Renfro, Devontae Adams, DeMarcus Robinson. But at least we have some depth on that O-line. And then defensively, we got also another linebacker, which I didn't even know we got another one. So I like that a lot. So we might move Noah Sewell to... So I think we're going to have Noah Sewell play the middle linebacker, and then Jayon Brown's going to move to the right side, I think. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to move Jayon Brown to the right outside linebacker, so we can keep him in the linebacker core, like I said. And then Noah Sewell is going to be that middle linebacker for us. So he's going to be the guy for us. Hopefully he ends up working out for us. So defensively, yeah, that looks so much better than Cleveland Farrell. We also got Bird here, like I said, so that's pretty cool. We got another guy, but Malik McDowell, Bilal Nichols, Chandler Jones, Max Crosby, yeah, Trayvon Mullen, Trayvon Morig. So things are looking on the up and up. I have a pretty good optimism that we could pretty much make the playoffs this year. Last year was a disappointment. We upgraded the offensive line a little bit. Maybe didn't get the greatest upgrades in the world, but, you know, there's still the option of free agency next year. I think we upgraded the linebacker core exactly what we needed to do, and we also got another nose tackle. So hopefully this works out for the best, and hopefully we are in the playoffs this year. So once again, a bottom seed finish in our division. So far, things are not going right in this video for us, which is really disappointing. Obviously, I would have loved to have been in the playoffs already with the Las Vegas Raiders. I think it makes sense that we should be in the playoffs, but unfortunately for us, it's not working out that way. So I feel we got one more year to steer the ship around, because a lot of these guys are going to get, or not a lot, but guys like Chandler Jones are going to get a little bit older. So I don't know, man. Definitely disappointing so far. We are not in the playoffs, but it is what it is. We're going to look at our stats real quick and see what's going wrong here. So offense was 21st in the NFL, and the defense, if we take a real quick look, it was 25th. So both sides of the ball were pretty bad. Derek Carr, 22 and 10. Rushing wise, Josh Jacobs, 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns. Receiving, again, has not been great. Maybe we need to change our playbook, change our scheme a little bit. 14 from Chandler Jones, and then 8 from Max Crosby, 4 from Bilal Nichols, 2.5. So I think we got work to do, man. This will be our second offseason where we are going to have some cap space. So that's something we could definitely hang our hat on. Having cap space is going to be important here. So I can't be too upset, unless if Derek Carr's a free agent right now and he's going to take all my money. Yeah, we have about $80 million. So we're probably going to have some important free agents to worry about. But I think we're going to be able to make this team better. Hopefully there's nobody crazy, and then we could just spend big in free agency and finally get this team where we need them to be, and that is in the playoffs. So let's see. We have Josh Jacobs, Trayvon Mullen. Okay, there's definitely a handful of guys. Yeah, there's definitely some guys here we need to resign. So of course, Josh Jacobs is somebody the Raiders did not pick up the 5th-year option on, but I am going to probably get him back. Trayvon Mullen, I mean, superstar development corner, no need to let him go, so I'm glad to bring him back. Third in my boy Renfro, yes, definitely give me third in Renfro back for sure. So I'm going to sign Renfro, one of the most underrated wide receivers in the league. Bilal Nichols, same thing, only 26. So hopefully, once I resign everybody, we're going to have about $30 million left to spend in free agency. Denzel Perryman went up to superstar dev, so kind of want him back as well. Rocky Sin, same thing. Yeah, we're going to definitely have about $20 million, give or take, after this is all done. Josh Jacobs, 95 overall. Spending a little too much at the running back for my liking, but he's a 95, so I'm not going to let him go. And then we have Jonathan Abram, Kenyon Drake. Okay, so I definitely think I want Denzel Perryman. Jonathan Abram, I'm okay with letting walk. Never mind. Denzel Perryman says no. Maybe we just get Jonathan Abram back then, and then look at a linebacker in free agency. Okay, I'll go Jonathan Abram here, get Jonathan Abram back, and then I think I'm good on everybody else. So we have about $20 million. Might be able to free up even more. I don't know who's all making the money on this roster. So if we take a real quick look at our salary real quick and see if there's anybody else we could like cut away that doesn't make sense to keep any longer. Let's see if there is anybody like that. So we have $14 million on Colton Miller. No, thank you. I'd like to keep him. Chandler Jones, no. Adams, no. Crosby, no. Farrell, $4 million. Cut him. Demir White, that was my draft pick, so I'm not going to cut my draft picks. And then James at $3 million. He's up to a 76 overall. I don't know if $3 million really moves the needle for us, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But let's go take a look at our roster and see if anything is upgraded, if trait developments have changed or anything like that. So you got Paris Johnson, who's superstar development, which is nice to see. Parham and James are upgraded like crazy, so that's actually a good sign as well. Renfro and Derek Carr and all that still looks good to me. And Robinson. So I like my offense. Defensively, Noah Sewell went up superstar development. Crosby, I mean, this all looks good to me. Maybe you get another strong safety and getting another linebacker. We didn't get Denzel Perryman back, so let me take a real quick look at him. And we also have a superstar development linebacker just sitting in the back, so maybe he comes in handy as well. But if we take a real quick look, Quentin Nelson, he would probably be on my money, but he is a scheme fit, and he would upgrade our offensive line like crazy. Lamar's a scheme fit as well, but I'm not going to go for Lamar. You got Elton Jenkins. You got Dexter Lawrence as a nose tackle. Adrian Amos. Yannick Ngakoue. Bring Yannick Ngakoue back to the Raiders. Okay, we need a linebacker more than anything. Unless we just get Denzel Perryman back, which I'm definitely not opposed to doing that. We got Alexander Johnson. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to go get Denzel Perryman back. And he has no offers right now, so maybe I can lowball him as well. Let's see if I can. So, let's offer that. And no offers so far, so maybe we could get Denzel Perryman for a cheap offer. And then I guess if I maybe look at the centers, we got Mitch Morse, who isn't much of an upgrade. I kind of want to spin on Quentin Nelson, not going to lie. I really do. I think it makes sense to do so. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and spin big on Quentin Nelson as well. I'm going to offer it to him. And I know we have some good offensive linemen, but Quentin Nelson, I mean, is a huge upgrade. So I'm definitely okay with that. So Quentin Nelson, if he could come here and Denzel Perryman, I'd be so all right with that. And I think that would be my free agency once again. So let's see if we get lucky. Get Quentin Nelson and Denzel Perryman. Just kind of keep them around. And then we're just going to have to rely on this being good enough to get us into... yeah, we get Quentin Nelson and Denzel Perryman. So just like that, we got 2 superstar acquisitions. Denzel Perryman is back. So yeah, I mean, this team has to make the playoffs. I mean, there's really nothing more to it. Leatherwood gets benched, which I'm okay with. And I guess Parham did too, which sucks. But I mean, Quentin Nelson's a huge upgrade. So... I'm liking that. Defensively, I'm liking it as well. I mean, I like the roster. It's not too bad. So one thing I guess we can take a real quick look at is scheme fit. So scheme is not great. Let's see if we can upgrade it any higher. It could be a 77%. 70. Yeah, 77's our best. And I guess I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to sell out and I'm going to play the Chiefs playbook. People tell me to do that all the time, and I usually don't because I feel like it's kind of cheesing. But I'm going to do it, man, because we haven't made the playoffs and we need to make the playoffs. So... hopefully that works out. And then we'll look at our defensive scheme as well real quick and see if our defensive scheme is fine. I assume it is, but defense is 85%. So base 4-3. Yeah, I mean, it's probably fine. So we'll move it to base 4-3. We're going to go ahead and simulate into this next season. This is probably the last year that we are going to have a chance to make the playoffs. So hopefully this year, Derek Carr and the Raiders get it done, man, because it has definitely been rough so far. So at the end of the season, it looks like we finally got it done in our division. We went 10-7, did not win the division though, just to be clear. But hey, we made the playoffs, which is all I'm really asking for at this point because, man, it has been a struggle. But maybe that Chiefs playbook was the vibes we needed. Offense was second in the NFL, so yeah, offense was so much better with that Chiefs playbook, and defense was terrible. Oh, man. Okay. 38-15 from Derek Carr. Rushing wise, Jacobs did his thing. Receiving Renfro, Adams, Waller. So yeah, it looks so much better. All receivers get 1,000 yards this time. And then sacks wise, 14.5, 10.5, 4, and 4. And then yeah, 3 from Denzel, 3 from Morig, and 3 from Rocky Sin. So let's get in this playoff game going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is probably our best chance of doing anything because our roster is going to get really old. Derek Carr is going to start to probably go down overall. So we definitely need to lock it in here. So coming to Jacksonville to play Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. Nothing is promised. Let's see what happens. Simulating this game, and we do not get a score. Start things off, so that's not a good start. But we are going to tie it up 7-7, and we get a stop. Field goal is blocked, and we almost had a chance of getting another touchdown, but we somehow choked it. It's now 7-13. Derek Carr, go get me a drive going 10-13. Okay, not doing too bad. It's not too bad. We are still in this race. 10-16. Okay. For some reason, Derek Carr's not getting the job done. So you know what your boy is coming in to do? He's coming to save the day. I'm coming to save the day. We have turned the ball over twice, which is unacceptable. I'm throwing one up to Devontae Adams, and I'm not looking back. Devontae, you better come down with this. And actually, I think he is. And yeah, that's just so stupid. But you know what? Let's just pretend he's Odell Beckham for a second. I'll take it. Let's go. I mean, okay, to be clear, Adams is better than Odell. Let's not pretend he isn't, but that was definitely a crazy catch. 24-19. Can we take the lead again? No. They take the lead with 20 seconds left. Are you kidding me, bro? Oh, my goodness. Oh, you know what? It's fine. We have all 3 timeouts, and I have Devontae Adams. Maybe he just does that same thing again. So, don't allow Devontae Adams in one-on-one coverage, or you're insane. I just got to tell you real quick. But It looks like I might have... That was the worst possible thing I could have done. All right, you know what? You guys already know where I'm about to go. If you watch the channel, you know this play works for me every time. And I'm going to go right back to it. I don't know if the Raiders have it, and yes, they do. That's what I'm talking about. We're going right back to the same play. Third and Renfro is going to get open for me, and he's going to get a touchdown. So hopefully that's what works out here. Renfro gets... Dude, no way. Did you guys see that? And I'm getting freaking... Oh, wait, I'm good. Wait, I got to do something with this. Oh, get down, get down. Get down, get down. Oh, timeout, timeout, timeout. Oh, my goodness. Wait, am I in field goal range? Am I in field goal range? Field goal range? How long is a field goal from here? Special, 65 yards. I do have a timeout, so... Oh, gosh, this is close. I'm going to try it. Daniel Carlson to save the day. I got to put full power on this. And, oh, man. Come on, baby. Get in there. That wasn't in? That looked into me. Is there a replay on this? Because that looked like it was in. No freaking way. No way I didn't hit that. Hold on. I got to see this angle. I got to see this angle. How does this not go in? I had the power. Literally barely missed, bro. Pain is all I know, man. Dude, he hit the crossbar. Like, what am I, freaking Cody Parkey? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.